4 races remain, 8 drivers still stand tall. The feature stars of NASCAR are at the homestretch in the chase for the championship as we begin the Eliminator Round of the playoffs. Who will stand up against the odds and play their cards right to cash in a golden ticket to compete for a championship in Phoenix? We are 201 laps away from finding out, and welcome to the opening round of the 2024 NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs. In the round of 8, it's the Ambetter Health 302 from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway in Las Vegas, Nevada. And absolutely crisp, cool, gorgeous weather here tonight. Temperature going to be in the low 60s. No chance of rain, just a slight wind northeast through the racetrack at 7 miles per hour. But most importantly, no rain in sight, and what a beautiful night it will be to go racing to open the round of 8 of the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs. Welcome everyone back to episode of MDK Race Day. My name is Jett. Hope we're having a wonderful Saturday. I can't remember the last time I have done a NASCAR Xfinity Series Race Day video. It's been a very, very long time. I think maybe 2021 I think was the last time, but regardless, we are here to cover the final 4 races of the NASCAR Xfinity Series as well as the NASCAR Truck Series to go along with the Cup Series for the remainder of the season. So I'm very excited to get ready to start on those videos. But let's jump right into it with the playoff grid after the round of 12 concluded last Saturday at Charlotte Roval. Justin Allgaier somehow was able to survive a horrible round of 12. But with all those playoff points, he goes from on the verge of being eliminated to right back up at the top of the standings at plus 18. Cole Custer, the defending series champion, at plus 11. Austin Hill at plus 8. Chandler Smith currently holds the final spot ahead of Sam Mayer, last week's winner. Jesse Love, the rookie, minus 12 behind in 6th place. 7th place is AJ Allmendinger, minus 18. And Sammy Smith, who won the first race of the round of 12, now is relegated back to last place in the round of 8 at minus 19. Qualifying took place on Friday night, and Brandon Jones for Junior Motorsports in the number 9 Menard Chevrolet won his 4th career pole of 2024 and his 12th career pole in his Xfinity Series career in 299 starts. This is also his first pole in 16 races at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, doing it with a time of 183.430 miles per hour. And here's a look at the 2024 Ambetter Health 302 starting lineup. Brandon Jones, the pole sitter, is surrounded by a group of playoff drivers. To his outside is the defending series champion Cole Custer. Row 2, Chandler Smith and Sam Mayer, last week's winner. Row 3, Sammy Smith in the 8 car alongside his teammate Justin Allgaier in the 7 car. Row 4 has Riley Herbst, who won the last playoff race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway here last fall. Alongside him is the rookie Jesse Love in the 2 car. And running out the top 10 is AJ Allmendinger and Ryan Sieg in the 28 ride. Row 6 has Parker Kligerman. Absolutely tough, heartbreaking finish for him last weekend, trying to rebound in his final 4 races of his career. Starting alongside him is Eric Almirola in the 20 car, who is in the playoffs in the owner standings. Row 7 has Taylor Gray in the 19 ride. Just announced earlier this weekend that he will return to Joe Gibbs Racing full-time in 2025. Starting alongside him is Corey Heim in the Sam Hunt 26 car. Row 8 has Jeb Byrne for Jordan Anderson Racing. Alongside him is Shane Van Gisbergen in the 97 ride. Row 9 has Austin Hill, the deepest of the playoff field. Starting alongside him is Anthony Alfredo. In the top 20 is Jeremy Clements and Parker Retzlaff in the 31 ride. Row 11 has Dylan Lupton and Kyle Sieg. Row 12 has Josh Williams and Matt DiBenedetto. Rookie Leyland Honeyman, who was in that controversial finish last Saturday at the Charlotte Roval, starting alongside Dawson Cram. Row 14, Kyle Weatherman and J.J. Yaley. And running out the top 30 is Ryan Vargas and Daniel Dye, who will return to Colleague Racing full-time next year in the 10 ride. As we take a look at the final 4 rows, Alpha Prime Racing's Garrett Smithley and Brandon Poole headline row 16. Row 17, Myatt Snyder returning to the Xfinity Series alongside Ryan Ellis, who announced earlier this week that he will not return to Alpha Prime Racing for 2025. Row 18, Blaine Perkins and Joey Gaze. And running out the 38 car field is Akinori Ogata, starting alongside Sheldon Creed, who starts dead last today, did not post a qualifying time after he blew an engine. Alright, so what can we expect here tonight at Las Vegas? Well, we have to take a look at some of these playoff drivers. Like I mentioned, Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier has had an awful few weeks. I mean, the last time Justin Allgaier finished inside the top 10 before last weekend at the Charlotte Roval. You have to go all the way back to Labor Day weekend at Darlington. That was the last time. That was 5-6 races ago. He has not had a single top 10 before the Charlotte Roval in this playoff format, or I should say in this year's playoffs. So he needs to turn up the dial. Yes, he has that 18-point gap, but we saw he had a big gap entering the round of 12, and yet he nearly got eliminated. So an 18-point gap is nothing, especially when you look at some of the drivers he's competing against with Cole Custer, Chandler Smith, Sam Mayer, who won last weekend. I mean, this is some really, really stiff competition that Justin Allgaier is going up against. We know that he has the talent, we know he has the drive, the car to do it, but man, this luck needs to change for this 7 team if he wants to have any shot of making it to Phoenix as part of the championship. Speaking of Chandler Smith, who's sitting 4th in the playoff grid +8, he actually has the best record out of anyone here in Las Vegas. Since 2021, in the past 3 races, he has had an average finish of 3.3, a third, a fourth, and a third, and he has led over 250 some odd laps. Chandler Smith has the opportunity to really make a statement and make his mark into the championship 4. He's already starting in the top 5, starting in the 3rd position. So when you have a guy like him starting in 3rd, having the season that he's had so far, on top of the compilable fact that how good his record has been at Las Vegas, the best out of all drivers in the Xfinity Series, that including playoff drivers and all that stuff, he has a great opportunity to be able to make his mark and advance into the championship 4. Now, we do also have to include playoff spoilers. You know, you look at last year, Riley Herbst. He wasn't in the playoffs, yet still dominated the last time we were here at Vegas, or I should say last fall at Vegas. He dominated that race even though he was not in the playoffs. You do also have to look for that as a possibility. I want Parker Kligerman to win, but I just don't see the likelihood of that happening here, even though I want him to get at least to go to victory lane before he retires. But I do look at a guy like Brandon Jones, who hasn't had a good season, but he not only is he starting on pole, like I said, but he was also fastest in practice. So that 9th car is bringing in some real good speed here today. So don't count this out as just this is going to be a track where, playoff drivers, they're just going to dominate. I mean, even though you look at the top 10, 7 of them are all playoff drivers. This is a track that I feel like can really widen the gap in terms of who can be competitive, who can go up there and challenge for the lead. So I would not be surprised if, even though you do see some playoff drivers, I would not be surprised if you see a driver like Riley Herbst, who is starting in the 7th position, have a good run. Ryan Sieg, I mean, who knows? He was so close to winning at Texas earlier in the year. He could have a shot, but Brandon Jones, like I said earlier, he could definitely have a great chance of winning here today, fastest in practice, starting on pole. So this will be a very fun and interesting race. And knowing the Xfinity Series at a track like Las Vegas during playoff time, it always produces a show. But for my pick to win, the driver that I think that is going to win this race here today, I have Chandler Smith. I like what I'm seeing out of this 81 ride. We know how good his record has been at Vegas in the past 3 races. I think because of that, I have Chandler Smith winning this race and locking himself into the championship 4 at Phoenix. But those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts on what I think is going to happen in this race? Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you tune back here later tonight as we recap the Xfinity Series from Las Vegas. And make sure you tune in tomorrow, Sunday morning. We preview the NASCAR Cup Series for the South Point 400 as they open their round of 8 of the playoffs later Sunday afternoon. But until next time, my name is JettMDK. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you later tonight.